I want to say that I kindly ask that if anybody was in that area at the time and they have any video that they can turn into the Oakland Police Department, to please turn in anything that you may think or not think. If you're in the area, please give it to the police.
Because are you getting a sense from police about where things are going right now? What are you guys hearing?
Right. We've heard so far that there have been people that had or were doing video with their cell phones, and we'd like to, and I beg you to please come forward.
What would you say to somebody who says, you know, I'm afraid to get involved?
You can tell the police officers that you don't want to be involved, and then we just need the video footage, please.
And why you guys know this is so important?
Because it's justice for Kevin. It is. He was a security guard, and he was out there to protect the newscast, and we need justice for him.
Enrique, you want to add to that?
You know, he didn't deserve this. He was retired. He was just, you know, looking to stay busy, and you know, we just wish he can come home.
Maureen?
I think, like what they said, we just need the closure. We don't like this open-ended, not knowing how someone that we love passed away. That we just need to know and have peace. Just come home and start to really grieve once it's all over.
Because not knowing it just kind of drags this out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just constantly, you want resolution.
Yes.
Yeah. So, give me a sense of why did he like policing? He worked in several police departments in the Bay Area. When we hear from his colleagues, they say such generous things about his spirit, about his, wanting to help people, wanting to show another side of the badge. Give me a sense of that.
That was in his personality, to be that protector, to be that brave one that just wanted to protect people. So not just his family, but others as well. So for the community, while being a police officer, he definitely protected people and would ask them on certain cases, how can I help you? And it wasn't like, well, I'm here to give a report and that's it. No, how can I help you? And to get through this, the situation, whatever it was. So he has a kind heart like that he wanted to help in the community, and that's why he joined the police force.
He used to volunteer a lot, I heard.
Yes. So not just only for the badge and being out in the street, but also for if they had runs, he would go and help organize the runs. If they had a cook-off, he would be there to help cook. If they had a cleanup afterward at a certain event, he'd be there to help to clean up. He just wanted to be there to volunteer for whether it be a police event or a community event.
And also a big family man.
Yes.
Talk about the family man.
Yes.
Come on, I see you trying to say something. What?
Well, just as a grandpa, he's, if ever we leave the house late, there's already street lights. We can clearly see our way to the car, but he would have a flashlight out and everything, and it was just a little too intense. We're just like, okay, we can see where we're going, but he would always lead us out, make sure everyone's buckled up. And
protector.
Basically just making sure that we make it into our van okay and make it home okay. And, he's one of those people who needs something to do, so we would assign him, go ahead and get us ice. We need ice for this. I planned this surprise birthday party for my husband. He said, what do you need? I was like, we just need ice. He comes back with so much bags of ice. I was like, I don't have the freezer space for this. He was just always over the top and but it was something that you love about him because you can always depend on him, that he's helpful in that way.
Enrique? Your family man, Pops.
Yeah, I think one of the most admirable things about him is he never asked for anything in return. He was always asking what I needed, what we needed. Um, Even at however old we are now, he just asked us to be happy, work hard in life, and um, yeah, that's one of the most memorable things. I'll keep at heart.
As difficult as this is, you all are holding together strong, and you said there's a word for that. You wanted to explain your strength right now. How are you able to be strong like that?
So it's a word that it's in Japanese, and it's gaman, and that means that to perseverance, and in a difficult time. So Kevin would always tell me through the ups and downs of just life itself. He would always tell me that, and I would remember, and I would tell him, "Okay, all right," and it made me stronger in any situation that we were in.
Gaman.
Yes.
You spell it? You said
It's GAMMON.
and it's a Japanese word that means
Yes.
perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
So he carried that with him
Yes.
through his work. I mean, did he ever talk about the risks involved with policing?
No, not at the time that he was doing it, but being retired, many stories would come out about him. So then we got to hear all the good stories of what he did and how he protected, and so it's
You mean
amazing.
After he retired?
Hired, yes, he would tell his stories. Mm-hmm.
From his colleagues, you would hear things, or he would start to talk after he retired.
Right, both, from both.
Such
Excuse
as
me.
what comes to mind? Enrique, anything?
I would say one recently at his retirement party was how he kind of jumped in front of like kind of a fight that was going on, and he tried to get in the middle and stop it, and apparently the people he was stopping were a little bit taller than him, so it was like a pretty dangerous situation, and he didn't hesitate to just get in the middle and try to stop it, de-escalate.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing what they said, like as he was a police officer, he never really talked about the dangers about it. Like, I guess he just never wanted us to worry, like what he's putting at risk every time he goes out there. So it was just, he was just going to work and comes back home. And really the stories only came out after retirement, which is the only one that really comes to mind is the one they told. That was one of the like more braver ones, like that was you really kind of thing. But yeah, just to see his whole personality outside of being a policeman, we never see at home. Like he leaves that at work type.
But even as a security guard, I mean, his whole instinct to protect was very strong. I mean, our reporter talked so much about that with us, about how he was trying to comfort her during all of the turmoil that happened that day. So even as a security guard, that came out then. It wasn't just
Yes.
during the police days.
Right. Very true.
His colleague said that he also was a person who showed empathy, and you kind of alluded to that he really did care about the people he was going to help at whatever the incident was. And that showed through in just who he was, huh? The type
Yes.
of person he was. Give me an idea of that part.
He's the brave protector. He just didn't want to, like I said, give tickets or anything. He wanted to see what was happening. Why was that person speeding? Is it an emergency? So he'd always look into it to see ask more questions before he would say, okay, you're going to get this ticket, or you're going to get a warning, or,
Outside work, what did he love to do?
family. Family. Going to see the grandkids, our dinners that we have here, deciding what to cook. He loved to cook. So I'm the helper, he's the cook. So we were partnered and did the meals. Like to walk. The dog is his dog that he has, or that we have here, it's the dog misses him very much. So it's really hard to see the dog. Very sad as well. So, but I always put her in his blanket so that she can still smell him.
You said, we were talking and you said, Kevin is still giving.
Yes.
Even now. Tell me about that. It's okay.
So Kevin is he's still giving to the community, even after not living any longer. He is a donor, and he has graciously given his skin to a young man who was burned, so that they can skin graft him, and other organs and things were given out to others that I'll be told about later. So he's still giving, even though he's not here.
That says a lot about Kevin.
Yeah.
Yes.
The blessing of his spirit lives on.
Yes.
This just one more time, I just want to reiterate to the audience, to anybody who hears this, how you want people to respond and react to move this investigation forward. Just restate that again about why this is so important for you as your family, but also for the broader community.
I kindly please ask if anybody was in the area, in the Oakland community, in the area at the time that this incident happened, that they have cell phone footage, that they please give it to the Oakland Police Department. We're seeking to find the reasoning behind all of this, so that we can have some closure and we can understand why it happened.
And healing for you, but
Yes.
also healing for the community that's hearing these stories, right?
Right.
Is it, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true. Yes.
Anything you want to add? Sweet moment, you want to add anything?
I just would like to say that we were really a fun couple. He was my everything. We would watch TV series, and then after a while we became the characters. So he would call me, and he would call me the name of whatever series we were watching just to make it fun. And we always had date night once a week. So I'm going to miss his jokefulness. And I'm going to remember Gaman and to stay strong for him.
Unless there's anything you guys want to add. Enrique, anything you want to say? Maureen, anything else? On your mind?
We'll miss him.
Yeah.
Well,
Miss him very
truly.
much.
Truly miss him. He was a big part of this family. He was our king, our protector, our brave one, our advisor. What else? Other than just a grandpa and a father and a husband, he was our everything.
Just sit still a bit longer. Daniel needs to get a few other shots of us sitting here. And
You want like a
you got the three, you got the pan from.
not yet, but yeah, so.
Yeah, just get a few shots, and then what I like to do is you and I go over there and look at those pictures. All of us can do it, but I mean, I've definitely been to look at that with you.
Okay.
The wedding book and the, those are great pictures. And then we
Yes.
can go outside
Okay.
and do something. So again, for today, the primary focus today is the whole appeal to try and get somebody to shake this up a little bit. Do you have you have no sense of the investigation right now? You haven't heard anything?
Right. We haven't met with the investigator yet. She's been pretty busy. So once she can spend some time, we will connect and have a meeting with her.
So you've not had an update since this happened?
We've had some updates.
Yeah, we have a point of contact with the OPD, so they're handling all of the small details and kind of relaying the important information to us. But
Right.
yeah, so they told us when the car picture of the car was announced and stuff. So
Right.
other than that, we've just been busy trying to coordinate the funeral.
Okay. You're still working on the services, that
Mhm.
you're going to do for the services. Okay. Make sure I got everything. I think we got everything we talked